Welcome! At PJ Hoerr, safety isn't just a focus, it's a core value that defines every project we take on. Safety begins with you. We believe our greatest strength in achieving excellence in safety, quality, and productivity lies in our people, the dedicated workers on each job site. Ensuring your well-being is our highest priority. Our goal will always be to strive for zero injuries by being transparent with all our safety systems on the job site. PJ Hoerr encourages all contractors to report any observed job site hazards. We will work with all contractors to ensure their work can be conducted safely. The employees are the most important asset to our safety program. Remember, it is your job site, your safety. Proper PPE is required to be worn on all PJ Hoerr job sites, which includes hard hat, safety glasses, high visibility clothing, work pants, and work boots at a minimum. This PJ Hoerr project is a smoke-free and tobacco-free job site, which includes the use of e-cigarettes. In addition, the use of alcohol or drugs is strictly prohibited. In addition, any work conducted under the influence of drugs or alcohol is not permissible, and any persons found in non-compliance with these policies will be removed from the job site. Ladders are used on almost every PJ Hoerr project. Proper inspection prior to field use is key to ensuring safe work at elevated heights. Manufacturer stickers should be legible and weight capacities reviewed. Check side rails and rungs for cracks, bends, or other deformities. Step ladders should have the braces fully engaged, and all legs should be stable before using. At no time should a step ladder be leaned against a wall for access or work conducted from the top step. If using a straight ladder to access another working level, ensure the ladder extends 3 feet beyond the landing and is tied off to the structure. Verify the ladder is set up at a 4:1 height to horizontal ratio. Scaffold use on construction sites presents a variety of hazards, which are required to be addressed by the erecting contractor. Fire extinguishers are located on every PJ Hoerr project. However, if the fire is too large to fight, immediately contact emergency services. If the incipient fire can be controlled with a fire extinguisher, locate the nearest fire extinguisher and utilize the pass technique. Pull the pin, aim at the base, squeeze the lever, sweep the fire away. When working with hand tools like drills, saws, sanders, etc., paying close attention to your extremities is a crucial part in ensuring you don't cause harm to yourself while working. To avoid any incidents while working with hand tools, make sure to follow these steps. Properly carry the tools you're working with. Wear all proper safety gear along with a correct hand and foot gear. Assess the tool for damage before using. Do not use a damaged tool to do your work. Use guards if required. Keep tool at a safe distance of other work going on. And be mindful of loose clothing, jewelry, and other accessories that may cause an incident while working. Fall protection is required whenever employees are exposed to falls 6 feet in height or greater. This may include work areas such as excavations, elevated platforms, aerial lifts, or building roofs. Fall protection systems fall into 2 categories: primary and secondary. Primary systems are the preferred method of fall protection, as they eliminate exposures to falls from leading edges. Primary systems include guardrails, floor and hole covers, and warning lines. Guardrails should be built with top rails at 42-inch plus or minus 3 inches, with a mid-rail bisecting that height. The top rail of a guardrail should be capable of supporting 200 pounds of force in an outward and downward angle. Warning lines can be utilized on the roof for fall prevention, provided they are stepped back a minimum of 6 feet from the edge during roofing activity and 15 foot during non-roofing activity. Flag lines should be maintained at all times and kept between 34 to 39 inches off the deck. If at any time a worker has to conduct work between the warning line and roof edge, they are required to be tied off or have another form of fall protection. Secondary fall protection devices include personal fall arrest systems. These systems are made up of a harness, lanyard, or retractable, and an anchorage point. Inspect the harness for any defects, which may require it to be removed from service. Make sure the straps are not cut or frayed, and inspect the metal fittings for corrosion or excessive wear. When wearing the harness, the D-ring should be located in the middle of the shoulder blades. The chest strap should be tight and low on the chest to prevent rollout. The leg strap should be tight, with just enough slack to fit your palm underneath. Inspect lanyards for cuts, burns, and other deformities which may require it to be removed from service. If at any time a personal fall arrest system has been subjected to a fall, then the whole system should be removed from service. If you are using a self-retracting lanyard, inspect that the brake is working correctly. It should arrest the cable immediately when sharply pulled. Inspect the cable or webbing to ensure there is no damage to the line. All retractables should be connected directly to the D-ring. Do not hook them to a 6-foot lanyard. Anchorage points where the lanyard is connected should be located at head height or higher, whenever possible. This is because with a 6-foot lanyard, you could experience a fall height of 18.5 feet, factoring in the lanyard being fully extended, your body weight, and a 3-foot safety factor for cushion. Anchorage points must be capable of supporting a minimum of 5,000 pounds per worker. If you are unsure of the anchorage point rating, ask your supervisor for verification. Concrete, mortar, granite, and other artificial stones, when mixed, drilled, and cut, can release a dust into the air called silica. Those who work with or around these kinds of materials are susceptible to respirable silica, meaning the dust gets into your airways and deep into your lungs, causing buildup, scarring, and inflammation. This causes irreversible lung diseases, COPD, as well as various forms of lung cancer. Education around silica safety can be the reason you avoid respiratory issues in your future. Here's what you can do while you're on the job site to prevent silica inhalation. 1. Use wet methods while working to reduce dust formation. 2. Isolate your work environment while dust is present. 3. Use respirators and ventilation tactics to reduce dust intake. 4. Reference OSHA's Table 1 for dust production methods. Don't forget, about 2 million construction workers are exposed to silica each year and are actively facing the consequences of their lack of protection and awareness. A key component of safety on the job site is prompt reporting of all hazards and incidents so that proper care can be given for necessary injuries. Minor injuries can be treated at the first aid station located on the project. Any injuries requiring professional medical attention should be reported to the PJ Hoerr superintendent and the affected employee immediately taken to the nearest treatment facility. In addition to personal injuries, any equipment damage or incident, damage to the existing or newly constructed building, or any near miss, which could have led to serious bodily harm. As with any construction site, there is a possibility of encountering a variety of chemicals which could have negative effects on your health. Each chemical container must have a label, and any secondary containers should be labeled as well to help give basic hazard information. Each PJ Hoerr superintendent has a scannable safety data sheet QR code poster located on the job with general job site chemicals, which lists the hazards and safe work procedures to be taken when handling the specific hazard. However, if you are a subcontractor bringing additional chemicals to the job site, it is your responsibility to provide PJ Hoerr with a copy of your SDS information. At times, there may be operations such as concrete sawing, mold abatement, or other tasks, which could be potentially hazardous to your respiratory system. In these situations, proper respiratory protection should be worn. Consult with your safety department on proper respirator and filter. And remember, only authorized individuals are permitted to wear respirators. Hearing protection is required in certain areas where excessive noise is present. A general rule of thumb is if it is too loud to carry on a normal conversation with the individual next to you, then hearing protection should be worn. Anytime work is conducted in an excavation, it should be evaluated to make sure the sides are properly protected. A determination of soil type classification should be done by a competent person. From this assessment, the decision can be made whether to slope, bench, or protect the sides with a trench box. Remember, an excavation 4 foot deep requires ladder access every 25 feet. At 5 feet in depth, shoring or sloping is required, and at 6 feet in depth, fall protection is necessary. Confined spaces should be evaluated by each contractor on the job site to determine if the confined space is permit required. If entry is to be completed, each entry contractor is required to submit personnel training documentation, ensure atmospheric conditions are safe, and all energy sources are locked and tagged out. Adequate ventilation should be provided for safe confined space conditions. A pre-meeting with the on-site PJ Hoerr superintendent is also required prior to entry.
Hi, I'm Nick Hart, President PJ Hoerr. We're proud of our 100-year-long success in Central Illinois, built on quality, trust, and most importantly, our people. Your dedication is the reason we continue to grow and succeed. Without you, the lights wouldn't turn on and the work wouldn't get done. That's why your safety is not just a priority, it is our responsibility. We know you, we know your families, and we want you to go home each and every night. So look out for yourselves and look out for each other. And remember, it's your job site, it's your safety. Now let's go build.